everyone, it's Kitty here from Kitty's Apothecary, and today I wanted to talk about international shipping. I know that when you're first selling online, international shipping can sound really scary. It's not that scary. It's actually like any other package. So with all that said, I'm going to just give you a quick disclaimer. Depending on what it is that you're selling, you want to make sure that you can sell it to within those countries that you're selling to. So if you're not sure, you can always ask questions and drop it in the comments below. If I don't have the exact answers, I can at least try to direct you to the best possible places where you can get answers. For example, if you're not sure if you can sell certain items in the United States, I'm in the States, so I'm more familiar with our policies and laws. I know there's certain places like the UK, when it comes to bath and body products, they're a little more stringent, and there are things that you can't sell, like body products that look like food. They're super cute, like bath bombs and stuff that look like ice cream cones or cupcakes. That kind of thing you can't sell in the UK. Now, that's not really my demographic, and that's not the style of products that I produce, so I don't really have to worry about that. But again, there's just certain things, and I know that with the United States Parcel Service, they have a list of things that you can't ship within the States or even internationally. Some of those things include batteries, gasoline, fuel, alcohol, and that kind of stuff, like perfumes and colognes and stuff that have the perfumer's alcohol and stuff in them. Those are things that you're probably not going to be able to ship, or you're going to have to find another carrier that will ship it for you. So if you're not sure, drop it in the comments below. You can also call, you could talk to your postal carrier. They would have some more information on that. And if you're not going with United States Parcel Service, or you're shipping with UPS or DHL or FedEx or another company, you can always call their customer service and ask them if it's safe to ship certain items, when in doubt. You'll definitely want to do the extra work when it comes to that first, just to make sure that you're protecting yourself as the seller. So yeah, with that disclaimer, let's get right into, the do's and the don'ts of shipping internationally. So, as some of you may know, I sell bath and body products. Everything's handmade by me, and I ship internationally. I've shipped to Denmark, I've shipped to Singapore, France, Germany, Milan, Italy, Greece. I've shipped all over the place. I actually call it international bingo when I do get international orders. Obviously, when it comes to international orders, you want to let your customers know that it's going to take a little bit longer. I always remind my customers that I'm in the States. I'm happy to ship wherever they're shipping. My orders ship on time within the designated time of the item. So like on my website, I ship within like 3 to 5 business days, and throughout Etsy and all that stuff. But the shipping times, it has to go through customs, so it does take a little bit longer. So you'll definitely want to remind your international customers that it's going to take a little bit. But for the most part, everybody's really understanding when it comes to that stuff, especially when it's like sitting in customs. That's just beyond our control as a seller. Like, we can't just go and say, hey, could you expedite this through customs? No. So with all that said, you'll just want to remind them that it's going to take a little bit longer, but obviously if you're selling something that's unique and, it's handmade and it's special, most people are going to want to wait for it, and it does get exciting. I know I love buying stuff internationally, and I've waited upwards of 2 to 3 months for some custom beautiful items across the globe. So first things first, you will want to insure all of your international packages. A lot can happen when you're shipping overseas. Items can get lost in customs. Sometimes they get held in customs indefinitely. I actually had a order to Brazil, and I had no idea because the tracking just stopped loading on USPS's side. And this was like when I first started, so I feel so bad for this customer, and she was such a doll, because apparently the package took 6 months to get to her, and she never said a peep about it. I mean, bless her. But it took 6 months to get to her. If I had known it was taking that long, I probably would have sent her a replacement had she messaged me. Usually these things don't take 6 months, but for whatever reason this one did. So always be prepared when it comes to international shipments. You definitely want to insure it. That way you're as a seller don't take any losses directly. You can always file a claim and get your customer replacement, or if they want a refund or whatever, handle it that way. Excellent customer service is a must if you're selling within your local area or you're selling internationally. So yeah, always insure your packages. If for whatever reason, I know ShipSurance doesn't allow you to ship, it doesn't allow you to insure certain packages to certain, doesn't allow you to insure certain items to certain countries. Did I say that right? No. ShipSurance doesn't insure to certain countries. There we go. So when it comes to those, I don't get orders too often where ShipSurance doesn't allow me to purchase insurance, so I kind of take those as they come. And if I can't insure it, then I cancel and refund the order. I apologize, but I'm just not going to take that risk as a seller, because it just leads, I mean, if you can't cover yourself with insurance, there's probably room for error there, where your package may not ever get that delivery scan. It may get lost in customs. A lot of things can happen, especially when it's traveling through that many hands to get to its location. So for me, rule number one, if I can't insure the package, then I'm not going to take that order. I'll apologize profusely, and I'll refund them every penny, but just to cover my end, it's not worth it. So yeah, with that, and there's not a lot of countries that ShipSurance doesn't insure, but just be aware of that. I didn't learn that until I think 2 or 3 years ago. Cara Bunton, she has a great YouTube channel for selling online and selling on Etsy, and she's the one that brought that up in a previous video, and I'll put that in the comments, I'll put that in the links below, because that was really insightful, and I've definitely followed that rule of thumb, that if I can't insure to a specific country, then I'm probably not going to ship there. So yeah. And now the next thing is, when it comes to generating that international shipping label, I ship all of my orders through ShipStation. And I love ShipStation because it allows me to combine all of my different selling platforms, and it's just an easy way to process my orders. I sell on Amazon Handmade, I sell on Etsy, and I have my own website. And sometimes every now and then I'll experiment with other platforms to see how they're working out. And for the most part, I'm able to migrate all those orders into ShipStation, so it's just one general hub, and it has a log of all of my items from all of my different stores, and so it kind of fills in all the international shipping information. But I always double check it, because sometimes with automations things get a little bit weird, and so first things first is you want to make sure that the cost of the item, so whatever the customer bought, if they bought, say, a body butter, you want to include the actual cost of that body butter in the line items for the shipping manifest. So, and it prints up on the label itself. So, and if you're doing this at USPS.com or Stamps.com, or even if you're doing it through Etsy shipping label systems, Etsy will prompt you for, what the item is and what the cost of the item is. For example, if you say that the item is shipping as a gift, that's illegal and you can't do that. You can get in a lot of trouble. So definitely make sure that you're including the actual cost of the sale of the item in the shipping label and the item description. What happens is if certain countries, they will put a tax on the item, and then when the customers go to pick it up, they have to pay that tax. And now since I'm in the States, I don't know all the different tax laws that are internationally, be it, so when it comes to those, I just let my customers know that, there is a possibility that they're going to have to pay taxes with their country once their package arrives, with their postal carrier. So I give them some time to, I give them about 24 hours. I'll send an email out. Thanks so much for your order. Just be aware that your order could be imposed with additional taxes at the time of arrival. Even Etsy sends this out as well in their order summary when you place an order. But I like to remind my customers as well, just to kind of go the extra mile. And then I give them 24 hours before that order ships, once that email's sent, to just give them a chance to opt out. If they want to cancel the order because they don't want to pay any more for the item, you know, they have that opportunity and we can cancel it, and no harm, no foul. Everybody's happy and there's no surprises. So yeah, I've been able to keep customers very happy with that. Even if I'm not completely on the up and up when it comes to those individual countries' tax laws. Now, the other thing, I'm just checking my notes here. The other thing I wanted to say is, when it comes to international shipments, you want to be aware if the customer is changing the ship to address. A couple months ago, I had an international order that originally the ship to address was shipping to the UK. And then I got a message about 20 minutes after I got the order saying that the customer needed to change the ship to address because PayPal defaulted to some UK address and they wanted me to ship it to, I don't even know what other country it was. It was another country, and it wasn't even the UK. It was somewhere else. And in fact, Shipsurance wouldn't let me insure that package. And also, I had to reach out to Etsy customer service because the sale was done through Etsy, but since I was changing the address and the ship to country, but the customer paid through PayPal, I wanted to make sure that as a seller, I was going to be okay, because if this package got lost or if just it got damaged, I didn't want to be the one liable, you know, for this international shipment. So Etsy had instructed me that if the customer sent an email through Etsy's conversation systems, that they would likely cover the sale, but they even kind of advised at the same time within the same email that it would probably be better to cancel the order and have the customer place the order again with the proper ship to address. Unfortunately, I don't think the customer was able to get PayPal to change the address, so we just had to cancel the order outright. So that was like the first and only weird incident, but just wanted you as a seller, especially a new seller, to be aware that if you have a customer that's changing their ship to address, you want to make sure that they're communicating this change of address through the selling platform's communication system so that you have it on record. So for example, if the sale comes in through Etsy and the customer sends you an email outside of Etsy asking you to change the ship to address, you can't do that. You would need them to send that direction and that email with the address and details through Etsy's conversation system in order to have you as a seller protected for the items. And even then, you have to know that you would have to take out a case and someone would have to review it if something did happen to that package where it arrived damaged or it just never arrived at all, in order to protect yourself as a seller. The best way is to cancel the order and have them place the order again with the proper address. That way there's no communication errors and there's no, you know, if anything happens, you know, you don't have to wait for someone to review your claim for that sale to be valid and for you to be protected through their seller services. So yeah, that's definitely like the only things that I've, only weird issues that I've ever encountered. So yeah, I would just, you know, cancel the order and just have them place it again. If they don't want to place it again, then, oh well, move on to the next customer and the next sale and that kind of thing. So yeah, if you have any questions about shipping, international shipping, or just shipping in general, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to, you know, hear from you guys. It's really not that scary. Go out there, set your settings for international orders, and just insure your packages and make sure that what you're selling is in your shipping label item description and the actual cost of the item. So if the item's on sale and they bought it with that sale price, just put the sale price in there, because what they paid is should be listed in that shipping manifest, just to make sure that you're covered. But otherwise, it's really easy and simple. So you should definitely open up your bubble to more buyers, you know, rather than just staying in one centralized location. I mean, that's the beauty of shipping online. You can target anyone and everyone across the globe, and you can share your beautiful items and, you know, whatever it is that you're selling, your special something, you can put it out there anywhere. I mean, what a time to be alive, right? So thank you so much for watching. I hope to have another video soon. I'm shooting to make a video once a week. So if you guys have any requests for videos, let me know. Drop it in the comments below. If you have any questions, I want to hear from you. Shoot me an email, comment. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching. Love you guys.